On the evening of February 4th, 2023, the USCG Pacific Northwest released a gripping video on Twitter that swiftly captivated the attention of several media outlets. The footage showcased a newly trained rescue swimmer being lowered from a helicopter to aid a distressed 35-foot yacht battling turbulent waves, situated 6 miles off the coast of Astoria, Oregon, near the mouth of the Columbia River. As the scene unfolded, the swimmer courageously approached the struggling vessel, but a formidable wave unexpectedly crashed, causing the yacht to overturn its lone occupant to be cast into the water. Undeterred by the challenge, the rescue swimmer pressed on, successfully reaching the individual. The helicopter then transported them to Coast Guard Base Astoria, where medics attended to the rescued man for mild hypothermia before discreetly conveying him to a nearby hospital. However, in a surprising turn of events, it was later discovered that the rescued individual was wanted for theft and a litany of mischievous acts. Smash that like button and subscribe as we unravel the aftermath of a Coast Guard rescue operation where a massive wave engulfs the boat. Waves in the ocean supposedly come into existence through some mysterious amalgamation of various factors, although seismic activities like earthquakes and landslides can sporadically generate waves. But more commonly, we are expected to believe it's the wind doing all the heavy lifting. According to this narrative, the most formidable waves, the ones that make an impact, are presumably brewed up by storms that have the audacity to blow consistently over vast expanses. Analogous to the ripple effect created when a stone is tossed into a calm pond, waves exhibit depressions and elevations that emanate from a central point. While initially disorderly within a storm, waves tend to organize themselves as they travel away, forming what is known as swell, regularly spaced lines of waves. In elevating a swell, oceanographers and surfers focus on 3 key attributes: height, the vertical measurement from bottom to top; wavelength, the distance between consecutive wave tops; and the period, the time between successive waves reaching a fixed point. However, it is critical to note that waves are not confined to the ocean's surface. Their energy extends deep below, sometimes reaching depths of 500 feet. The underwater terrain, shaped by features such as reefs, sandbanks, and canyons, influences wave behavior. This ocean floor's shape and depth, known as bathymetry, play a role in slowing down, bringing waves closer together, and increasing their height. As waves approach shallow waters near the shore, they continue to grow until instability sets in, leading to the wave breaking as the crest spills toward land. Interestingly, the science behind these formidable waves, capable of capsizing even the largest vessels, reveals that their distant origin in storms is far from the point where they eventually become so massive. For instance, the wave responsible for the boat capsizing on February 4th likely originated approximately 10 miles west of Astoria, where the Columbia River meets the Pacific Ocean. But in this case, the tumultuous waves that led to the capsizing of the 35-foot vessel were not solely a result of elements like ocean floor or wind. Basically, the stretch of water extending from the confluence of the Columbia River and the Pacific Ocean to the area where the incident occurred is renowned as one of the world's most treacherous marine crossings, earning it the moniker Graveyard of the Pacific. This notorious reputation has been established over centuries, owing to the region's highly unpredictable weather conditions, encompassing storms and fog, as well as hazardous coastal features such as tidal rips, rocky reefs, and shorelines resulting in the wreckage of thousands of ships. Since the onset of significant European exploration in the 18th century, historical records indicate that since 1792, over 2,000 ships have wrecked in this perilous zone, resulting in the loss of more than 700 lives, particularly in the vicinity of the Columbia Bar. This formidable nature of the Columbia River Bar is the result of a harmonious interplay of various factors. Primarily, the collision of westerly currents from the mighty Columbia River with those coursing through the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean gives rise to exceptionally dynamic conditions. Thus, the meeting of colossal opposing forces crafts an environment of unparalleled challenge, one that sets this region apart in terms of responsibility and demands. Furthermore, the interaction between the robust flow of the Columbia River and the expansive embrace of the Pacific Ocean bears a resemblance to navigating through a narrow, confining passage. In this intricate process, the momentum of the river slows, leading to the gradual deposition of minuscule particles of sand and dirt it carries. Over the course of time, these sedimentary contributions accumulate, fashioning a wide, fan-shaped expanse that stretches more than 6 miles into the ocean, forming a distinct sandbar at the Columbia River bar. This natural formation becomes a crucible for the concentration of wave energy, as the smaller waves break and reform repeatedly, fostering the development of a larger and more potent oceanic wave. However, it is in these perilous waters that the United States Coast Guard search and rescue teams conduct their rigorous training operations. These highly trained individuals are known as surfmen, and they receive their training at the National Motor Lifeboat School of the Coast Guard, situated near the formidable Columbia River bar. Each Coast Guard surfman, duly certified, possesses the qualification to operate the standard 47-foot USCG motor lifeboat in challenging conditions, including 20-foot breaking surf, 30-foot seas, and 50-knot winds. The qualification process for surfmen is both extensive and demanding, taking an average of 4 years for a trainee to achieve surfman status. Annually, the Coast Guard's training and support staff certifies approximately 10 surfmen. Besides that, not only are surfmen highly specialized to handle massive waves, but the equipment they utilize is also of paramount importance. Over the years, professional rescuers have transitioned from oilskin raincoats and cork life jackets to advanced hypothermia protective garments, signaling devices, helmets, and safety belts. Presently, each crew member is issued survival equipment valued at over $3,000. The primary focus of this equipment is to provide protection against hypothermia and ensure flotation in the event of immersion. Especially concerning the Pacific Northwest, where water temperatures linger around 50 degrees Fahrenheit, posing a severe risk to victims, professionals adhere to the 50-50-50 rule. According to this rule, in 50 degrees Fahrenheit water, a victim has a 50% chance of survival for 50 minutes. This underscores the critical nature of the specialized training and equipment provided to Coast Guard surfmen in addressing the unique challenges they face. The specialized anti-exposure coveralls worn by surfmen are commonly referred to as Mustang suits, named after their manufacturer. These suits, designed to provide both flotation and thermal protection, are constructed with 3 layers. The outer shell, a durable nylon material, encases approximately ½ an inch of closed-cell foam. Meanwhile, the inner layers contribute to insulation. Despite their bulkiness, these suits effectively maintain the warmth and dryness of wearers until they are immersed in water. Upon immersion, the anti-exposure suits fill with water, causing the wearer to become soaked. So the individuals tighten straps and cuffs to ensure that the layer of water warmed by their body heat remains close to their core. In addition to life jackets and survival suits, Coast Guard crew members don a boat crew survival vest, also known as pyro or pyrotechnics, or SAR, search and rescue vest. These vests offer various signaling tools, including a strobe light, whistle, signal mirror, knife, meteor flare kit, and day or night handheld flare. However, modern advancements include the use of personal locator beacons, with each survival vest providing a more convenient means of location monitoring compared to traditional pyrotechnics. During expeditions, surfmen secure themselves to their pitching lifeboats using boat crew safety belts, alternatively labeled as surf or heavy weather belts. These study belts wrap around the midsection of a crew member and feature 2 side straps with carabiner-like clips for connection to D-ring attachment points around the boat. Moreover, crew members may opt to wear whitewater helmets with reflective tape and a Velcro patch for attaching a strobe light, further enhancing their safety and visibility during operations. In the midst of challenging surf conditions, particularly when confronted by imposing waves, the foremost objective of the surfman crew is to skillfully navigate the waves, steering clear of direct collisions until the waves break. While it may be impractical to entirely evade every wave in the designated zone during mission pursuits, the essential practice of instructing and honing students' skills in wave navigation within a surf zone cannot be overstated. Boats navigating through the surf zone employ a strategic approach known as squaring up, aligning the bow to face incoming waves. Typically, waves within the surf exhibit a distinctive structure, characterized by a central peak and 2 flanking shoulders, one on the near side and the other on the far side. A surfman has the option to decelerate and maneuver around the closet shoulder or attempt a daring feat of outrunning the wave to reach the far side. Executing a sprint for the far side entails reaching the utmost shoulder before the wave reaches its breaking point. While this maneuver is undeniably exhilarating, its success is not guaranteed, introducing an element of risk. To enhance the learning process, each trainee surfman is equipped with a media package containing a camera and editing software. This facilitates immediate feedback on boat maneuvers, enabling a thorough analysis of both mistakes and successes. This comprehensive approach aims to refine the skills of surfmen in real time, contributing to their ability to navigate through challenging surf conditions with precision and effectiveness.
To keep a cool head. Things are going to go wrong, as you saw from some of the footage that you took.
On February 4th, when the distress call from the stranded mariner prompted the Coast Guard Station Cape Disappointment, the agency initiated a comprehensive rescue operation, deploying their 47-foot lifeboat and summoning the aircrew of a Jayhawk helicopter. Concurrently, multiple teams from the National Motor Lifeboat School engaged in training activities nearby were mobilized for assistance. The lifeboat, as previously mentioned, is the flagship rescue boat of the United States Coast Guard and is specifically designed for undertaking challenging search and rescue missions in the tumultuous Colombo Pacific waters. This robust vessel exhibits remarkable capabilities, able to endure winds of up to 60 knots or 110 kilometers per hour, navigate through surf reaching heights of 6 meters or 20 feet, and withstand impacts of up to 3 times the force of gravity, aka 3Gs. Crafted entirely from marine-grade aluminum, its hard-chinned V-shaped planning hull exceeds its hull speed. The frame consists of 17 vertical bulkhead frames, 5 of which are watertight, welded to the deck and hull. Featuring fly-by-wire electronic controls instead of traditional mechanical systems, the boat allows operation from 4 different locations, with joysticks replacing traditional wheels. Moreover, recessed retrieval welds, less than 1 foot or 30 centimeters above the waterline, facilitate the recovery of persons and jet SAM, while a watertight survivor's compartment at the ship's center of rotation is equipped for comprehensive first aid. Additionally, the vessel can accommodate a light machine gun at the front if needed. While navigating through the most challenging waves, success is not guaranteed on every occasion. When confronted with a substantial wave such as the one depicted in the video, there is a possibility of the boat capsizing. However, in such instances, the boat swiftly self-rights in under 10 seconds, ensuring that all equipment remains fully operational. The same sequence of events would have transpired on February 4th if the vigilant USCG teams hadn't recognized moments earlier that approaching the stranded boat by lowering the aircraft or lifeboat could pose a risk due to the powerful waves tossing the vessel like a coin. Consequently, the decision was made to dispatch a rescue swimmer to reach the yacht. However, it later emerged that the individual in need of rescue had some explaining to do upon safely reaching land. In an unexpected twist, the stranded 37-foot yacht turned out to be stolen property, and the occupant was a wanted criminal attempting to evade authorities using the stolen vest. Subsequent investigations revealed that the individual had cheekily left a dead fish at the iconic residence featured in the classic 1985 film The Goonies, located in Astoria, Oregon. Since then, the law enforcement had been actively searching for the man for the past few days, and a tip from an acquaintance led them to a video he had posted on social media, showcasing himself leaving the fish at the house and dancing around the property. In addition to its contemporary acts of heroism, the United States Coast Guard Department is renowned for its daring and courageous search and rescue missions. One notable instance is the rescue of the T2 tanker SS Pendleton on February 18, 1952, during a severe nor'easter cyclone off the New England coast. The Pendleton, which had broken in half, was unable to send a distress call, but was detected by the Advanced Shore Radar at the Catlin, Massachusetts lifeboat station. Facing off against wild weather and stormy seas, this rescue mission presented a formidable challenge. However, boatswain's mate, First Class Bernard C. Weber, serving as the coxswain of Coast Guard motor lifeboat CG-36500 from Station Chatham, pulled off this impossible task with exceptional skill. Despite the tanker being split in half, Weber and his crew guided the 36-footer with the finesse of sea savants, strategically parked it under Pendleton's stern. This genius move allowed the tanker's crew trapped in the stern section to make a swift exit using a Jacob's ladder. Then, in a daring sequence, the men jumped into the water one by one and were subsequently pulled into the lifeboat. For their heroic actions, Weber and his crew were awarded the Gold Life-Saving Medal, having saved 32 of the 41 Pendleton crewmen. This dramatic incident served as the focal point of the 2009 book, The Finest Hours by Michael J. Tugais, a narrative that further inspired the production of the 2016 Disney film The Finest Hours, starring Chris Pine, which again highlighted the Pendleton rescue. As for you, imagine you're out there dealing with the full force of the ocean's wild side. What's your game plan? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're all ears. And while you're at it, give that like button a friendly tap and make sure you're subscribed for more epic content. Your support keeps the adventure going.